kind of hate when other people take my pictures because most of the time I never end up liking them. And I'm willing to bet that maybe this has happened to you before at least once. Because you know when you hand off your phone or your camera to somebody else to take your picture and then they hand it back and you go to review the photo and you're like, yeah, this is just not what I was imagining the photo to look like. Say, you know, you're super small in the photo, smack dab in the middle of the picture, and the main star of your photo is the ground in front of you. Or some of those times where you're super zoomed in so you don't see all of the beautiful background behind you, which is why you wanted to take the picture in the first place. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could get a decent photo when other people are taking pictures of you? Hey, hi, hello, I'm Shannon, your creative mentor. Thanks for tuning back into my channel. I don't know about you, but I feel like I take dang good pictures of my friends and family. Okay, yes, I am tooting my horn a little bit, but I mean, I am a photographer and a longtime content creator, so I have taken a lot of photos over the years. I've had so much practice taking photos at corporate events, professional portraits, product photography, and oh so many travel photos. But the fact of the matter is, most normal people don't have that much experience taking photos or even have that much practice taking photos. And some people don't necessarily have that innate creative eye to know how to take a good picture. It just may require a bit more direction and practice. And that is absolutely okay. But if you would like better photos when other people are taking your pictures, I'd say it's all about communication. So don't be shy to express what you want to the person taking your photo. Ask them to frame you in a certain way, highlight your good or your bad side, or just adjust the camera settings for them before you hand over your phone or your camera. Remember, these are your friends and family, so I'm assuming that they probably want you to look great in your photo too, and for you to like the photo that they're taking for you. So don't hesitate to give them a little bit of direction. Because I can tell you from experience, especially with shooting with my boyfriend, things can get frustrating fast. So if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you may know that my boyfriend Nick is not the biggest fan of social media or taking photos or anything content creation. Yeah, he really doesn't enjoy taking photos. So the longer it takes us to get a shot that I like, the more angry and frustrated I know he may get. And the same thing goes for my friends and family. I try to be as quick as possible and be like respectful of their time. So here are 5 things that you can do and say to get photos that you actually love when other people are taking them. These steps are really just ways to make the whole process more efficient and less frustrating for all parties. Okay, number 1 is kind of optional, but it is something that I always do, and I highly recommend doing this if you're a little bit picky like me. Make a mood board. Make a mood board of some shots that you think that you want to take and then show that inspiration to the person that's going to be taking your photos. And this can look like researching the location that you're going to be going to so that you get an idea of some of the viewpoints that are there, what it kind of looks like, maybe some different angles that you might want to try. And this just kind of speeds up the whole process, and so you don't waste a lot of time walking back and forth, walking around, trying to see what the different angles are that you'd like to capture. You can also find images that aren't necessarily from the location that you're going to go to, because they're just great examples of what you'd like the framing of your photo to be, aka where you want to be placed in that photo and how large you're going to appear in that photo. So if you want a more portrait style image, find some inspiration where the photo is maybe cropped at your waist so that the person taking your photo can see exactly where you would want the photo to be framed. This can also help to show where you want to be standing in your photo, like should you be centered or along one of the grid lines. Again, super helpful to show the person that's going to be taking your photos. This is a mood board that I've created in the past, and here are some of the photos that I got from that content trip. Here's another example of a mood board that I created in the past and some photos that I took using that mood board as inspiration. Before we dive into tip number 2, let's pause for a quick commercial break. This episode is brought to you by Shannon Did What Presets. Yes, I'm having my presets sponsor this episode. Basically, I just wanted to take a chance to talk about my presets to you because I truly think everyone could benefit from using them, because not all photos are good to go out of the camera. And if you've ever felt like you wondered why your photos or videos aren't looking like the ones you see all over Instagram and Pinterest, it's because you haven't edited them. Editing your photos is such an important part of the process. And editing doesn't have to be hard or even time consuming. You can have beautifully edited content, it's just like a matter of clicks. So if you want to have better looking photos and videos with minimal effort, I highly encourage you to check out my 12 different preset packs. I made 12 so that you could be sure to find at least one that fits you and your unique style. And if you don't know what your personal photo editing style is, I created a quiz that'll help you discover that, and it'll give you some recommendations of which preset packs would help best fit you. I'm linking my presets and the quiz down below, so don't forget to check them out so you can have beautifully edited photos and videos so easily. Number 2, take some photos of them first and then show them exactly how you want your photo framed. Once you've taken their photo, ask them to simply replicate exactly the same shot. Even if you've showed them some inspiration, this will just help direct them into taking a better photo. The more you tell people, or really show someone what you want, the better, right? These are some instances where I shot photos of my friends first and then what it looked like when I got into the picture. Number 3, show them where to stand. After you've taken some test shots, have them come and stand exactly where you're standing and take note of where they were standing. If you walk to the middle and meet each other in the middle, odds are you're not going to be exactly sure where either one of you are standing. So the picture probably will turn out different looking than you had planned. You may even have to have them look at your photo again to have them instruct you where to stand to properly recreate the shot that you were wanting. Number 4, be patient and ask nicely if you don't get the shot that you envision on the first try. AKA, don't be a diva. I always think that kindness and respect goes a long way, so if you do not in fact get the photo that you like in the first place, just be nice. Assess the photos that they took and then tell them what it is that you're not liking about those photos so you can make some quick adjustments. Just remember that they are doing you a favor. And lastly, tip number 5, if you feel that your photographer has a bit more skill, ask them to walk in front of you in a half circle while taking pictures. This way, you can get multiple options that you can review from different angles and viewpoints. Because we love having options to look at, right? This is what it looked like when my boyfriend circled around in front of me at this pretty lighthouse in Palos Verdes. I was so excited that he did this because he got some angles that I actually hadn't imagined in the first place. So again, it's just a really great way for you to get some different options. And then once you look at the previews, you can let them know which angle and which photos that you like best if you are going to retake them. This works especially well if you can't envision the shot immediately that you want to take. And bonus, this is a great way to switch it up so you can have different pictures to post at multiple times from the same spot that will look different if you do the whole social media thing. On the other hand, if you don't necessarily have faith in the photography skills of your friend or family, this may be a little bit too advanced, so instead just have them recreate the photo that you originally took like we just discussed. Okay, so let's recap. Optional number 1, make a mood board. Number 2, take a picture of them first and then have them replicate that photo. Number 3 is tell them exactly where to stand and where to point the camera. Number 4 is to be patient and ask nicely for whatever you'd like them to do to get your photo. And optional number 5, have them create a semicircle while they take pictures in front of you so that you can get some different photo options. These really are my tried and true tips on how to get good pictures when other people are taking them. Really, people have asked me how I get such good pictures when other people are taking them, and my response is always, I've trained my friends and family really well. And lastly, this can also be applied when you ask a stranger to take your photo. Obviously, be respectful of their time, but you can absolutely show them a quick photo so that they get an idea of the framing that you would like them to take. Alrighty, well that's all we have for today. So don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. I so appreciate all of your support. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more creative photography tips.